Go.
Welcome to an American author story. It is like a crime story mixed up with the Cabinet Battles from Hamilton, but with authors who haven't committed a crime. Today we have two lawyers, Liza and George Pizek. The judges will select.
This trial is on why Orson Scott Card should be a founding person of science fiction. I will read the list of the founding people of science fiction, which are Jules Verne as George Washington, Isaac Asimov as Thomas Jefferson, Antoine de Saint-Exupéry as James Madison, Victor Appleton as Aaron Burr, C.S. Lewis as John Adams, Ray Bradbury as Alexander Hamilton, Madeleine L'Engle as Benjamin Franklin, Roald Dahl as John Hancock. Mr. Pizeka, you first.
Orson Scott Card shouldn't be a founding person of science fiction because he is too bold. The Ender's Game is nothing compared to what the other founding people of science fiction have done. If we let just any sci-fi author become a founding person, they lose the privileges of being acknowledged.
Mr. Cradle, you now.
You're putting out false claims, which will only fan the flames of this passion, and I'd like to clarify what Card has done before this audience will buy your life. You see, Ender's Game has done a lot for us. It's inspired a multi-billion-dollar military project. Thus, he should hold the position of founding person of science fiction.
Pizeka, you now.
So what? Ender's Game has inspired a military project. Jules Verne did more. You see, Card's nothing compared to the founding people of sci-fi. We can't just let Card come into this club. Sure, Ender's Game has done a little something. It doesn't matter. Give up, Cradle.
Strong words from Pizeka. Cradle, can you combat his sentences, or do you want repentance for wasting the court's time?
I'll go on.
It's your funeral.
Do you realize that I can list pretty much everything that Ender's Game has done? You see, Ender's Game has introduced philosophy that was previously unused in science fiction, so my statements will be a pleasure cruise for me. Here goes. The Ender's Game found had physicists to help with it. Did I mention that they were from NASA and experts in their fields? So does that shield my claim enough?
Can you stop whining?
Which one of us?
Both of you.
Fine. You now, Pizeka.
That's not enough, Cradle. You don't have enough evidence. You got nothing. You need some.
Bill!
I was going to say more evidence. You really should drink some milk. Not one point. On with my turn. You need some more evidence. Only got 2 measly scraps of evidence.
Do you want to continue, or do you want to surrender, Cradle?
I will prove my case.
State your claim.
You want evidence? I'll give you evidence. Here's my evidence. Ender's Game has been cited as a guide to life by Matt Nix, creator of Burnless, being placed on level with the Bible by Veronica Roth, author of Divergent, has been cited to tell the double life of soldiers by Tim Blackmore, author of Four Ranks, and has been endorsed by Lin-Manuel Miranda, creator, writer, and star of Hamilton, and said to have Christian psychology and themes by Daniel Caminio, author of God and Harry Potter. If you're not satisfied now, then your Card's book, The Lost Gate, has been cited as something needing deep discussion by Goodreads librarian / Julia, and according to Chris Beaverstaff, who plays Clark Kent in the 1978 film Superman, Card's book Xenocide is life-changing.
Now you go, Pizeka.
That's still not enough. You are putting out flimsy points from flimsy sources.
Actually, almost all of the people Cradle is mentioning are very successful and well-known people.
Pizeka, are you done yet?
Yes.
Okay. You now, Cradle.
Do you think that Mr. Card is not what I say he is? Well, here's some food for thought. After Card went to college, he worked at a theater called the Castle.
Yeah, what about that?
Unfortunately, the castle shut down, so nothing but a pencil and a notepad. Card wrote the novella of Ender's Game. He Ender's life, but soon after Charles Benjamin card is for a child dying. Also, after that grave tragedy, Aaron Louise card, his fifth child died too. After this tragedy, the recession of the 1980s drained Card's income. Scrambling for a job over two of his children dead, Card eventually got a job at a magazine called Compute, but only for 9 months. He then wrote the complete novel of Ender's Game and got rich. If that isn't rising up, then I don't know what is.
Agreed! I have decided that Orson Scott Card is a founding person of science fiction because he is one of the most inspiring and philosophical authors of our time and rose out of the ashes to do it. I will now read the end of the newest list of founding people of science fiction. Orson Scott Card for Ender's Game as James Monroe.
But there must be something that in the rules that says Orson Scott Card can't join.
Well, let's see. Ender's Game does not break any of the rules.